those who are of senior 4 and senior 6, the level of anxiety is high because of the pressure to perform in UNEB, because of the different issues that we are going through. But also, I'm glad this is for the whole school, and it will help those who are still starting the journey, especially in senior 1, senior 2, senior 3, and senior 5. Why are we talking of these issues? Because it is important for us to address these issues. Why career guidance matters is because choosing a career is one of the hard things. That's why even I'm sure some of you are struggling with what you want to become. And right from primary, we've been struggling with this thing where they ask you what do you want to become. Some of us, we've changed like 5 so far, right from primary. Because in the primary, many of us say, we want to be a doctor. And then, after some time, it changed to pilot. After some time, it changed to I want to be a nurse. After some time, it has shifted. And now when we are doing chemistry, biology, physics, and math, we realize it is actually a bit very difficult. And then the plan changes again. That's why I'm even aware in senior 5, term 1, we had students who were doing PCB stroke HEG. So that just in case the science doesn't come through very well, they can dive and do HEG. But why all of this is because the point here is here. But my focus here is choosing a career is one of the most important life decisions. You must make the decision based on facts, not based on assumptions. Number 2, many times, many of us students, we focus on the popular, I call it the popular choices, the popular ones. In the sense that sometimes some people tell us that there are some popular careers. In one of my books, Beyond the Job Title, I have tried to address a problem which is around the myth of saying some careers are more important than others. Please, somebody on the sound, if you can help me cut that high and give me a low, it will be much, much better, because that is not my voice. Now my voice is beginning to come. Thank you. I'm the one now talking. The other one was not me. Thank you. Please clap for the sound man. Yeah. I think he's even doing he might be taking a career there as well. Thank you. Now, career guidance helps us to align our skills, our passion, and our values. And I want to make you to understand this, please. When you're making a choice for career, don't base it upon money. Let it not be because of money that comes with the career you want to pursue. Because if you go by money, then when the money is not there, then things will fall apart. Why are we having problems right now with very many Ugandans is not only even just Ugandans, but the whole population in the world. Why? Many people are told these particular fields, these particular careers have money. And then we go there because of the money. Now when the money is not coming through, we begin to put the government at ransom. We begin to make excuses. We begin to accuse different people. We begin to challenge on several grounds. Oh, thank you. And that's why it is important for us to get this right from the start. And number 2, let your career be based upon identity of who you are, your purpose, and your happiness. Move away from copying others, but instead discover what really fits you in terms of your personality. I'm aware we have footballers here who begin to claim they are Messi or Ronaldo. Yeah? I even know some footballers who are from within here. Whenever they go to cut their hair, They want to cut their hair like another hairstyle of another person, forgetting the shape of their head does not even connect with the shape of that particular person's head. You are unique, you are different. You know, it is until you do you. I like what she said. Let's first clap for Gala. You know, Gala said, you be you. Until you are you, life will not make any sense. You must be you, because you are unique. By the way, let me tell you, no one else is like you. It is only you who is like that. You may resemble somebody, but they're not you. So be yourself. Don't copy others. This idea of, what do you want to become? Also me, I also want to become like you. It will not work. Doesn't work that way. That's why we are helping ourselves to move through these issues. Now, talking about these issues, what is here beyond the job title? Because we are all pursuing some career. You want to be employed somewhere one day, one time. There is a particular career you are trying to pursue, but beyond that job title, there is a life to live. There is a life to live. For example, it's not just about becoming a doctor, or becoming an engineer, or becoming a teacher. It is about understanding what impact do you want to make. Number 2, what do you love doing? Number 3, what are you good at? Once you are able to unpack all these 3 areas of your life, then it is from that you can begin to see what particular dream do I need to build? What career do I need to pursue? Job titles don't tell the full story. 2 people with the same title can have different total experiences. So you must be able to focus on your why. If you want to become a doctor, why? You want to be an engineer, why? You want to be a nurse, why? Why do you want to pursue that dream? Why do you want to pursue that career? Why? Because if our why is not answered very well, things fall apart. I've ever said it here before in this school. If you are building your career, you want to be a doctor, for example, and you know chemistry, biology, you're not very good at all. Even when you sleep revising the work, even if they give you the very exam to go and revise, you write nothing. And then, yet you are very good in history, CRE, geography, you're very good there. Even here, when you're not revised, when you just hear you're going for it, you can't wait and you score high, but you want to become a doctor. Yet, sciences are struggling. Then, I want to announce it again. I have good news for you. You may still become a doctor. But if you are still pursuing, if you wanted to really pursue the doctor of medicine, then the best you can become is a witch doctor. Because as a witch doctor, you will still be able to give some herbs or some things to people. I'm also aware of people who wanted to become doctors, who went to Makerere University and even other universities, and they wanted to become medical doctors. And on their first assignment, when they went to their classroom, the professors show up, and then they begin to say, welcome students, our first lesson is going to be anatomy. And then they bring a dead body. That's God forbid. And then they run away from the dead body. Yet you want to become a medical doctor. And then you know you're not for the right job, right? So that's why we're discussing these issues. My interest today is to help all of the students of Mvara SS today to unpack self-discovery and awareness. You know, being a Christian, I've loved something in the Bible because Bible teaches us a lot of principles. Bible says the truth you know is what will set you free, right? So if you know who you are, then there are so many things that are going to be moving very well. Problem is, we come for, even I'm sure here, because we're in the hall, do we sometimes come here for fellowship? Sometimes you come here and you sing nice songs and even you dance. I know who I am. I know who God says I am. And after the song, then they ask you, so who are you? You have no answer. And for those who are in senior one, who may not be very comfortable with that word, who are you? And they are from the villages and they are typical Lubara men or Lubara girls, they will ask you again, trying to answer the question of who are you? And they didn't hear it very well. So they ask, you know? We must get to a place where we know who we are. And how do you know yourself? Self-awareness is the foundation of good decision making. When you understand who you are, you make choices based on alignment, not pressure. Yes? You will see how do you align yourself. You will not be based, it will not be based on confusion, it will not be based on guesswork. It will not be based on, I think I can do it. It's not about I think. You must be sure because you know who you are. This leads to greater satisfaction, confidence, and long-term success. You know, Gala is a confidence coach, right? And she's a confidence coach. Why does that happen? Because she has understood who she is, first of all. And then she also helps you to get there. You know, you cannot be confident until you understand what it is within you. Some of us, when we are called to come here, when we arrive here, even when there's no music, the legs will begin to dance. Because we lack confidence. Sometimes we appear before people, we begin to sweat. Sometimes if you're holding a book or a paper, you see the paper is then we know there's a trouble, right? Because there's a problem. But until you're confident about yourself, it comes from a place of knowledge, knowing who you are. And how do you know yourself? You see, we are in a generation where when you meet anybody, even after school here, when you meet anybody, the first question will be, what do you do? And many of us, whenever we hear people say, what do you do? I'm a doctor. I'm an engineer. I am this and that. Yeah? We said run for the titles. Not about the function, right? So let's go slowly. And I want to help by the end of today. I want to be sure that all students of Mvara know what to do. Choose the right subjects, projects, or internships. Right now, I know if you're senior one, you must do all subjects, right? All subjects, you must do them. But as you do all the subjects, you begin to discover that there are sub-subjects where your marks are very good, and there are subjects where your marks are very miserable. They don't even relate to the size that you have. Very big person, but getting some miserable size of marks. You know that is now your area of weakness. Because all of us, we have areas of strength and areas of weakness. So when we are building, when you are aware of what excites you, what you're good at, and what you care about, then things begin to change. So intentionally, you can choose to build your career along your areas of strength, along your areas of interest and abilities. And number 3, relevant experience you have. That way you will go long and things will work in place. Everything will fall in place. So my call to you will be, how do we get there? Some of you who have been confusing yourselves, I want to be this, but I'm also struggling. My father said I should be doing this. My mother said I should do this. And then my uncle says I should do this. But when whatever they're saying is the exact opposite of what you think you can actually do. That's where trouble starts. Let me tell you, if you're in senior 5 right now or senior 6 and you are even scared of exams, it is because you are on the wrong subject. Because if you're doing a subject that you love doing, it is your area of interest, you will give it your best, right? You'll give it your best. You give it your best. So, number 2, what do I enjoy doing well most? You must be able to build around your areas of interest. This is about identifying activities that energize you, the things that make you time to fly. You know, there are things that if you are given, you can't wait for it. And you do it with your best. And even if you are asleep, when you wake up, you just enjoy doing it. Even if you are still hungry, you continue to do it because you love it, right? It could be anything from solving problems, writing stories, helping others, organizing events, working with your hand. These are often close to what will keep you motivated in the long term. If you can only identify those things, by the way, it is individual. It's not about group. I love the illustration that Gala did here. There were so many people here, but there was only one person who reached up here, right? And at the end of the day, it is not about we are students of Mvara SS. We are students of Mvara SS. Time is going to come when you will change that narrative and it becomes, I am a student of Mvara SS. Because that's why if you're in senior 4 or you're in senior 6, I am very convinced by this time you have an index number. And you not write somebody's index number when you are writing the exams, right? Because it becomes personal. So that's why we must be able to build these issues, you a sense of purpose. Maybe you care about the environment. Maybe by nature, you just care about education. You care about mental health like me. You care about equality. You care about innovation and so many other things. What do you care about? Where do you put your value? Once you identify these areas, it becomes very easy for you to be able to see. Then you will be able to align. When your work aligns with what you care about, it becomes meaningful. You are more likely to stay committed and feel fulfilled, even when there's no pay. I want to give you a scenario. Voice of Restoration International is now 10 years in existence. And in the last 10 years of existence, and in the 5 years where we've been here in Arua City, from 2021, and for us doing whatever we've been doing on mental health and psychosocial support, drug abuse, prevention and so on, whatever we've been doing for the last 5 years, we've never received any salary, we don't have any funding anywhere. This year, we advertise for jobs in our organization. And when we advertise the jobs, I called one of my volunteer staff to make the advert. And the advert was very clear. We were looking for psychiatric nurses, we were looking for psychologists, we were looking for counselors, we were looking for an accountant, because we are expanding our net. So, but the condition for the application is volunteer without pay. Meaning, the month ends, there's no salary. I can tell you, we received over 20 applications. Some people applied all the way from Guru. Some people applied all the way from South Sudan. Some people applied all the way from Kampala. And even those who applied from within, when we didn't take them, up to now some of them are not happy with me. Because they want to work. But even I tell them, but the work is without salary. Said, yes, I know. Because it was clear. Yes? That energy, what is driving that is because of the values. What is driving that is because of the interest. What is keeping you motivated to do what you love doing is based on value. So my question here for us to reflect on is, what problems in the world bother you most? Let me tell you, if you don't see a problem with the rising cases of alcohol and drug abuse, it is not your area of interest. So don't build your career there. If you don't see a problem with the politicians, don't go into politics, because that's not your career. If you don't see any suffering in your village, and there is no problem, there's no cause of alarm, that's not your area of interest. Don't even go there. It's not your calling. Yeah? So you must be able to align what is the problem that you think only you can be able to solve. Number two, what will you, in this case, what is not you, what will you want to change? Or what will you want to improve? Because every great career starts with the self-awareness. The earlier you know yourself, the better decisions you will make. Don't wait until university to begin to figure out what you want to become. It must begin from now. And I want to tell you, it is progressive. It is progressive. Because I am doing what I am doing and I started doing it, I was having a reflection. It is something I've been doing right from childhood. When you see me playing guitar from the back here, it's not something that I learned yesterday. That is my trademark in music. My trademark of music, nobody has it. Why? For me, my guitar playing, I grab the guitar, I put everything from behind here, I play it from behind, while I am dancing and having fun. You don't do something because as if you are forced to do it. Have you seen people who come to sing in a choir and they are very gloomy, as if they didn't eat breakfast? So they are there and they are trying to sing for visitors, but they have come to entertain. How do you entertain with a gloomy face? It's not your calling, leave that place. Some of you say, I am an upcoming artist, I'm a singer. But even what you are singing, you have a moving voice. Whatever you are saying, people are not hearing it, and people are getting angry, so they just walk away, they just move away. You have a moving voice. You are talking as if you are singing. And when you want to sing, as if you are crying. So, you must be able to, hey, what happened here again? Okay, it's well. It is well. We are back. So, you must begin from here. Don't wait up to university to begin to say, oh, but what will I do? I think I see others are doing that, so let me also go. No. Next to that, I want to give some examples. Because I want you to leave this place when you know exactly what you are actually about to think about. For example, example number one. If you are a student of Mvara SS and your interest is in climate change and the environment, your strength is problem solving and critical thinking. Your value, what you value is sustainability and protecting the planet. Then you must be, I'm sure you love geography, I'm sure you love reading, right? Then you must be able, you can actually build your career along issues of environmental science, geography, or data analysis courses. And when you are thinking about that kind of career, even now while you are still here, student of Mvara SS, during holidays, you should be able to visit some places and begin to understand how people work here. What do I need to do that course? What do I need so that you're able to have internship programs? Then you can pursue a career in environmental policy, green tech, sustainable engineering, whatever it is, in line with here. That's example number one. Example number two. If your interest is in art and design, that's your interest. Your strength is in visual creativity, attention to detail. Your value is expression, innovation, and aesthetics. Then you might need to take a graphic design, art, and media courses. That is where you're building your career. I have good news to you and I have bad news. Bad news is you have been deceived. That if you do fine art, you are a dull student. Good news is when you're doing fine art, it's not because you're dull. If you're doing fine art, it is because you're very wise. Why? Anybody who is into art and design,
they first must design the work in their mind. They first have it in their mind, in their thought. They first design it in their mind before they manifest it through a pen and a paper or a pencil or something, and then they design it on paper. You cannot do that when you're dull. You can't. The person who designed the architect of this structure here, the architectural design of this house cannot come from a dull person. So you don't allow that lie to continue to tell you that you are not good enough because you are doing fine art. If you are doing fine art, if fine art is your thing, it is God-given, that is your ability, that is your strength. Build it. And begin to work around those areas. Number 3, example number 3. If your interest is in technology and how things work, you have a strength of logical thinking, learning new tools quickly and so on. You value innovation, efficiency, building useful things. Then you might need to study computer science and software development. Do we have ICT students here? Are you doing ICT because they tell it is, so you even drag yourself to the ICT lab? No, you must go there with the joy and happiness because that is the area of strength. Are we together? Participate in coding boot camps. Then find internship programs even now to begin to do some IT work. Do some coding, do some design, you do some graphics, do something in... You want to solve problems in the villages. The problems of poverty, problems of inequality, problems of climate crisis, and all these issues are here. So please, you study social work, social administration, development, studies, public policy. This is your area. Go for it. Example 13, medicine. You want human biology, science, caring for people, go for medicine. And you must make sure biology and chemistry is your number one. You are always there. Biology, chemistry, and you are performing well in those two. And then you add the other science subjects. Then you are sure you can be a very good medical doctor and you can be very good in the medicine areas. So that you can build your career towards general practitioner, surgeon, specialist doctors. Because doctors are wide, they are those who are general. Yeah, but there are those who are specific. We have doctors only for the heart. We have doctors only for nerves. We have doctors only for the private parts. We have doctors only for different areas. So we have doctors only for the skin, but you can specialize, you can choose. We have doctors only for the brain and all that. So you can be able to see which one you then want to go for, based on your strength. Example 14, psychiatry and mental health. Example 15, nursing and care. All these are science related. You must be good in science for you to be here. Medical research and innovation. Medical technology. Dentistry. But my concern here is is it in line with the components of your life which must have your passion, your skill, your value, the impact you want to see, and the lifestyle you live? You see, some of you go for courses which does not even relate with your lifestyle. For example, in terms of your lifestyle, you love talking to people, you love to be with people, right? Now, if you are a social person, you are a social being, you love talking to people, you have verbal diarrhea, you love making people laugh, and then you go for a course, and then they say you are going to work in the bank with the papers. You see, in the bank, there are those who you don't even see. They are at the back. All their work is with the papers, not with the people. And if that is you, you're in the wrong field. Yeah? Number 2, just like if you are somebody who hardly smiles and then you want to be the head of marketing, and you want to be an usher. Doesn't work, oh. Doesn't work. So your lifestyle, you must check your lifestyle, check the impact you want to create, check your values, check your skills, check your passion. Once these are all in check, build your career along those. Choose the right subjects. Think about subject combinations that support your interest. Now, when you go to A level, where you're going to be specific with a particular subject, please build it, choose the right ones. Don't go because they have told you so. Don't go because you hear it has money. Don't go because they tell you, they think you can. Is not. I want to say it again. Science is not the only path to success. I want to say it again. I've said it here again. I think last year I said it. Even this year I want to say it again. Because many of you have been deceived and told if you don't do science, you are useless. It's a lie. It's a lie. I want to ask a question while facing the camera. Let's take Uganda as our case study. Is the president a science person? Is the speaker a science person? Is the deputy speaker a science person? The prime minister a science person? Chief justice is a science person? Can we continue?
Let's continue.
Success does not depend only on science. If it is your area of strength, to God be the glory. If it is not, build your career, whether in arts, you will still be successful. As a matter of fact, I don't know any president who is successful because he has sciences. I don't know anyone. Are you even aware that even people who are of science right now are looking for people who are of arts background to help them build their empires? Are you aware of that? So let nobody make you feel that you are inferior just because you are very good in arts. I was talking to your teacher and I was saying, I think next year, one of the things we've been doing for schools is this. We've been making it open and allowing students to make a choice based on their area of ability. Even Jesus said it. Every one of us, we have our areas of ability. Build a career in your area of ability. If science is not your thing, please leave it. But if science is your thing, go for it. Are we together? Keep the options open. Why do students come to senior 5 and they're doing a PCB stroke egg? Because they have been interpreted that they must do science. But the guy arrives in a class, physics, chemistry, biology is giving him hell, and then he begins to, in the evenings while others going for prep, he comes to revise with the friends history. Why do you struggle? Why can't you make the choice right from day one and say, you know what, based on my abilities, based on my strengths, based on my values, I want to build my career in my art subject. And nobody should make you feel inferior about it. Are we together? Are we still learning? Build your career based on what you can do, not what you should do. Some careers are flexible with the subject backgrounds. Some subjects, some of the careers, whether you've been doing science or arts, you can still go for it. For example, journalism, business courses. Even if you have COVID came, everybody was told to stay home, right? And then they said now there are some essential services that must continue. The rest were made to be non-essential, but they're important, but not essential at that time. In that particular field, they have studied, but they don't have any other skill. So the point is, what can you do? In fact, right now, what do employers look for? Employers today look for well-rounded individuals. A degree alone is not enough. Ignorance is what will be your barrier. But if you are literate in those, you have those communication skills, you have all these details, you have all these other skills, apart from your career, you're good to go.